woke up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober? Y'all OD, follow me. When the rain follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really gonna throw, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the white, I better put Marlo on it. And let's soon Chico Milo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going still right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that, sit back, listen to the truth for the sky crack, and the Lord gets back. Or somebody wants to get back, and they click clack, leave you been back, looking at this intact. Never left, but I've been back, cross on my bit neck, and I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in the club, funny, you was in it. Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, man, what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the mail may stop, but they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like, how you do that now? Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? Is everything real good, true and fair? But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down. If you knew that down.
The heart beats just a little faster right now, doesn't it? As they stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can make.
Blocked by the coast. Keep your hands up. Keep your chin tucked. It's the one that only goes with the shadow in the front. Happy Sunday to y'all. Hope you're having a blessed day. All right, man. Let me just jump right into this, man. I'm just gonna figure that my audio is already good. Let me try this without. I think my audio is fine. Want to make sure. What's going on, my guy? Let me see. What's up, my dude? Mexico put boxing in the mat this weekend. It's not right. Yes. Yeah, they were definitely the more exciting fights. I can tell you that right now. Definitely. Fuck it. Let me just get it out the way because I never feel confident enough to know that my audio is okay. Okay. It's good. All right. Hey, look, the live isn't really gonna be that long today, but it's kind of crazy. Boxing on the map. Boxing on the map. Yeah. I mean, obviously, man. Look, man. When you have two fighters that have aggressive styles, you're always gonna get a great matchup, bro. You're always gonna get a great matchup. But especially from Mexico. I mean, we already know. There's not too many Mexican fighters I can ever remember that didn't have. I can't recall many Mexican fighters that didn't have an aggressive style. You know what I mean? Most fighters have an aggressive style from Mexico. And the Pacheco fight was actually good because to me he got tested in what was it, the fourth or fifth round? The guy was it the fourth or fifth round? The guy was catching him with some shots, and he showed that he's got a chin. He showed that he can keep his composure. And he showed that he could put you out later in the fight. I mean, these are all good signs, man. It's all good signs when you get tested, man, especially early on in your career. One of the things that are you the same John? I'm trying to remember. Are you Jonathan Ramirez? Which one are you? Are you the same guy? I went live. What was it, like last month or something? And a Jonathan Ramirez was on the panel. Was that you? It doesn't matter if it is or not. I mean, I had no issue. I'm just wondering if you're the same guy. That's all. Sometimes these guys come in here and they use different names, or sometimes they use the same names, or sometimes they take avatars from other people's channels and they come in here acting like they're someone else, not realizing I could verify them. But after looking back on this week of boxing, man, I could definitely say, besides from the main event from Shakur Stevenson, it wasn't as bad as it I mean, actually, I can't say that. I can't say that because of the performance that was a main event. But as boxing as a whole on a map, the undercards and the exciting fights, they usually save. If there's a boring fight on a card, if you take a whole card, you look at the main events all the way down to the undercards. Uh, Even let's just say one of the main fights are boring. Usually 9 out of 10, most times, the undercard got some lit fights. The undercard, that's why I love watching the undercards, man. One of the undercards that actually surprised me, really surprised me, was the which one was it again? I always get the other guy's name wrong. I don't know why. I don't know why I get his name wrong. Oh yeah, Randall. Randall. Brian Norman Jr. and Quentin Randall. That fight, that fight actually surprised me, man, because I actually thought somebody was gonna get knocked out. I really thought somebody was gonna get knocked out. I was very, very surprised that fight went the distance. And that guy, Brian Norman Jr., that's the guy that got famous from sparring Tank. And supposedly, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't on tape, but it's what people were saying that were there. But a lot of people say that Tank obviously wasn't in shape or whatever. But the fact is that the guy stood in there with Tank, and when Tank spars, by the way, when Tank spars, he sparred like, I don't know if you ever seen Tank sparring. That dude spars like he's really fighting, bro. Like he's throwing hard punches, man. What was the time when they showed the sparring session between Tank and what's the guy that doesn't even fight anymore? The Russian guy. What was his name? I was just looking at him yesterday. He's under Snack. What was his name? The guy, the guy was only known for a couple of fights, man, and I have not seen him since. I could find him right now. I could find him right now. What was his name? He fought Regis Prograis. Prograis knocked him out. What's going on, Guido? Hey, Guido, I saw your phone call yesterday, man. I apologize. I was on the phone with my cousin, man. I was on the phone with my cousin because I'm going to be getting a house, bro. So I got a loan and everything. So I don't know how that's going to affect everything. It shouldn't, but I'm moving out of here and I'm going to be getting a house. And so, you know, I've been talking to my family and stuff a lot. I saw that you called, brother. Like, I didn't mean you know me, bro. I'll call you back or whatever. So yes, he did, bro. I was just talking about him, bro. You know, he showed that he's got a chin, bro. And that's good. That's good. I like to see that he has adversity, bro. He has adversity. He's able to get clipped and come back and knock the dude out. I mean, that's something that I wish we would see a lot more from the younger fighters. You know, I like to see a fighter get clipped and you know, I'm not necessarily trying to wish any ill health on somebody, but I like to see how you react when you get caught with a good shot. I'm trying to see how you're, like, you know, do you gather yourself correctly, or what do you do? You know, some fighters, man. So, and then you got some fighters that we was talking about this the other day. You got some fighters that when they get have you ever seen a fighter after a fight, he's not the same no more? Have you ever seen that? After a fight, he's not the same. After Shakur Stevenson put up that lackluster performance, right? Did you see all the fighters on Twitter? Did y'all see that? It was kind of hilarious, bro. It was really kind of funny, man. I gotta, hey, listen, he deserves all the criticism that he gets, but it was funny, man. It was funny. Who was on Twitter? You know how it is with the boxing world, especially with these younger fighters, man. These guys, yo, they're relentless, yo. Look, social media is undefeated. Social media is undefeated, bro. Yo, you always gonna lose to social media, bro. Whether you good, whether you bad, whether you mediocre, social media is gonna who was talking about him? Okay, Devin Haney, of course, Devin Haney, Oscar De La Hoya, Rolly. Funny because I'm gonna speak about Rolly in a second. And who was it? Other fighters were getting on him. And let me show you what Rolly said. Let me show you what Rolly said. It was kind of funny, actually, bro. Shit was kind of funny. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I was just looking at it yesterday. It was funny. Look at what Rolly said. Right here. Okay. Let me see. Where is it at? Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's right here. Okay. Ah, man, this dude is Aki TV, but go subscribe to Aki TV. I'm gonna share the screen so you can see it. So you had champions. So you had it goes to show you how people are, right? So you have certain fighters like Teofimo Lopez, who was kind of like not as hard on him. You know, Tio and Shakur are friends, right? So he was. I think Tio said something like, "Hey, man, it is." I think, and Tio understands. If anybody understands, bro, it's Tio. After the performance he had with Kambosos, if anyone understands, it's Tio, bro. After the performance, he went on. I'm gonna show it to you, but he said something like, "Man, it's rough. Man, it's rough. Man, it's like boxing can be rough, bro. You got the good and you got the bad." Then you got Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Rolly just trashing him, and it's funny because usually the people that trash other people are people that had bad performances themselves or have been. It's just crazy. It's almost like bullying, bro. It's almost like bullying. You get bullied your whole life, and then you grow up, and what happens? You become a bully. It's just how it. I don't understand why it works like that, but let me show you this. Is it this one? Let me see. Should I show you the shorter one? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna show you a little bit of it real quick. Let me put the mute on because I don't want his music on. I don't want to get hit with no copyright, bro. Every time I show something, yeah, I don't know what it is about YouTube. Maybe somebody that's more familiar with the guidelines, bro. They're striking me for everything, bro. They're striking me for everything. Even if I say, go subscribe to this guy, and this is for entertainment purposes. Like, they don't care. It's like they pick and choose when they want to strike you. But I don't care, man. It is what it is. I'm not monetized. If I was monetized, I'd be pissed off. I'd be really pissed off. But let me show you right here. Okay. Okay, let me see. Can y'all see the screen? Okay. Yeah, you can see the screen. Okay. Look at this. Hold on, let me. So you got Tio understand because he's like, hey man, after that fight with Kambosos, they all got on me. So he's like, it's tough out here, right? You got Oscar De La Hoya putting the sneakers on, right? Gervonta. Now, I don't think Gervonta didn't really say too much, which was interesting. I think that was interesting. Yeah, Kambosos. Oh, yeah. Kambosos was another one that got on him. Kambosos got on him too. Kambosos said, at least Formula One will be exciting. Vroom, vroom. Dudes are trolling him bad, bro. George Kambosos says, you think I'm going to put that shit on my big-ass 90-inch TV so my 3 kids can fall asleep during the day? Hell nah. I ain't that stupid. I'd rather fall asleep watching it. P.S. Pega Pig, way more exciting, to be honest. Frank Martin, that's an interesting one that I wanted to talk about. Notice how the people that are coming at him, who are the ones coming at him the most? Who are the ones coming at Shakur the most? The ones that were supposed to fight him? The ones that were supposed to fight him? I'm going to go through one of these guys one by one. Watch. Devin Haney should have offered this bump 10%. I was being too generous. Then Ryan Garcia puts his 2 cents in, right? Ryan Garcia says, everyone talking about Edwin not landing, but unless I'm blind, I don't see Shakur landing or throwing anything, just stalling. Now, of course, Ryan Garcia and Devin, Ryan Garcia doesn't like Shakur, and I know exactly at what point they started not liking each other, and it was based off an interview that Shakur did. I will point out that interview in a second. Devin says, "Stop the narrative. Nobody ever scared of that bum. He wanted clout." Now, I still disagree, Devin. I still disagree. He did not want to fight him. So oh yeah, Rolly. Rolly is the hilarious one, bro. Rolly is the hilarious one. Rolly's funny, man. Listen, look at Rolly. Look at Rolly. This motherfucker invented the cure for insomnia. Now, just to show you how dumb Rolly is, I'm sorry to say, I like Rolly. What he meant to say is he invented insomnia, because invented the cure for insomnia would mean you're awake, Rolly. Oh my God, Rolly funny as fuck. I think Tank done hit Rolly too damn hard in the head, bro. I think he worse than some of the dudes that come in my chat. But let's go. I never seen a fight announced with the lights off. Must be the lack of attendance. The most boring fighter in history. So let's just stop right here. Stop right here. And let me get through those guys one by one. First, you have Teofimo Lopez, right? Giving him, Teofimo didn't say anything, and Tank didn't say anything, right? Tank got on Devin more, actually. If you look at the exchanges on Twitter, you're going to see that Tio was like, "Hey, man, it is what it is. Everyone has a bad night. He understands, right?" They were all trolling him after the Cambosos win. Right. I know what insomnia means. You can't sleep. Oh, he said putting the cure for insomnia. My bad. Yes, I did. Then I read it wrong. My bad. Thanks, Ed. I read it wrong. My bad. I take that back, Rolly. My bad. I read it. I didn't see where. Okay. He's saying you can't sleep. Watching him will put you to sleep, therefore curing his insomnia. Okay. My bad. I read it wrong. It was, what else did he say too? He said, hold on, let me go back. I never seen a fight announced with the lights off. Must be the lack of attendance in history. Now, also, what's interesting is they got a picture of Floyd. Let me just put it back up again. They got a picture back up of Floyd. Look at Floyd. Did you see this? Floyd has a face like he's like, he's like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Or would you, maybe that's a face of disappointment? Would you say? I don't know. But remember, he walked out with Floyd, Bud, and Andre Ward. And this is what I was saying yesterday on my live. If you didn't catch my live yesterday, I said, to me, when you walk out with somebody or you're going around saying this guy's the next best guy, to me, it's no different. I look at it like this. I don't know how y'all look at it, but I look at it no different. Like if I went to apply for a job and somebody said, give them my name. Like when they ask you, do you know anybody? And you say, yeah, I know this guy. He works there. He told me to come here. It's like almost like you're vouching for him in a sense. And if I show up to the job and I'm just completely trash, or my performance is trash and I'm always late, or I'm talking back, or I'm disrespectful, it's going to look like they're going to say to the guy, like, not always, but they're going to say, why did you even recommend, like, you vouched for this guy? You see what I'm saying? So I can understand why Floyd has that face. But if you look at most of the people that were going at him, right, that said negative things about him, they were people that have issues with him. If we go through it one by one, Tio basically, if you go by it one by one, why do I keep taking that screen down? I hope they don't take my, hey, by the way, are they going to take my live down because I'm, are they going to take my live down because I'm showing this guy's stuff, man? All right. Subscribe to Aki TV, bro. I can't believe I'm saying that. Subscribe to Aki TV. Please don't take my shit down, YouTube. I'm using this for entertainment purposes. I'm not trying to steal his shit. I would never steal his shit. There's nothing to steal. Well, actually, I am. I'm using this right here, but you understand what I'm saying. But if we go back, we go to each one of them, right? Tio saying it's tough out here. So we know Tio is saying it's tough out here. He lost to Kambosos. And when he lost, every one of them trashed him. Everybody trashed Teofimo, bro. Everybody. Devin Haney. I think Ryan said some shit. Autos. Even Shakur. Even Shakur said some things about Tio when he lost. But it wasn't as bad. But Shakur did say some shit about Tio when Tio lost too. But it wasn't really anything disrespectful. And for the most part, Tio and Shakur have always been cool. I'm not sure if you noticed. If y'all remember the fight, what fight was it? When was it Rolly? It was Rolly versus no, it was Richard Comey. Remember when Richard Comey fought Jackson Marinez? Do y'all remember that fight? Jackson Marinez versus Richard Comey. Richard Comey knocked out Jackson Marinez. During that live stream, I remember they were outside of the arena. And Tio's out there eating a slice of pizza, and he's chilling with Shakur. And this is around the time that Tio was, this is right after Tio had beat Loma. Tio's outside, he's eating a slice of pizza, he's chilling with Shakur, and they're talking, right? And you could tell from right then and there that they've always had like a mutual respect for each other. You know what I mean? But even so, when Tio lost, Shakur threw some jabs at him. Wasn't as bad. I think he just criticized him. What's going on, brother? It's good to see you, man. And so, but you notice how Tio is like, okay, it is what it is. Boxing is rough, right? So let's move on to the next person, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is sleeping. Now, funny, right? I will say this, Oscar was a very exciting fighter. Very exciting fighter. I don't remember seeing a boring Oscar De La Hoya fight. So I will be completely honest. I've never seen a boring fight. However, I do know that if you're not signed with Oscar, he talks shit about you. So it is what it is. Kambosos is talking about going to sleep, right? Now, Kambosos and him were talking shit after what happened. After Kambosos had that lackluster ass fight and Kambosos had a gift win. To me, that was a gift win. I think Kambosos lost that fight, but he was given a gift nonetheless. He won the fight. All right, move on. We have Frank Martin. The guy that literally was right about to fight him up until the day they send the contract, he backs out. And then, of course, you have Devin Haney. So this is what I'm saying by you deserve criticism when you perform like that. It is what it is, man. But you like, I look at it like this, though. I don't know whether you call it karma, because I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in karma. You know, I believe. By the way, I'm trying to stop cursing, man. I believe in Jesus Christ. I think some of the things I do is wrong, but I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect by any means, man. I'm not perfect, but a lot of times I get because I love boxing and I love this as a hobby or whatever. So sometimes I do get out of pocket, which I'm gonna talk about in a second too. I'm gonna talk about in a second because there's something I need to really explain about what I've been seeing. But for the most part, you reap what you sow. I guess you can call that karma in the Bible. You reap what you sow. A person that doesn't believe in God just calls it karma. But I definitely believe that. How you treat people, how you talk to people, how you act will always come back at some point, or you will get a taste of your medicine. It's happened to everybody. I treated women like shit growing up to after high school. And then after that, when I wanted to get serious, every one of them did the same thing to me. It just happens, bro. So Shakur, leading up to his fight, and even before the fight, you know, has been saying the things that he's been saying. But this is, I think it's good for fighters to go through this. I really do. Just like Diego Pacheco, last night he showed that he's able to take a good shot. He's got a good chin. He's got good conditioning. He's got power, and he's able to put you away later on in the fight. These are all things that these answer questions, bro. They answer questions. So when you have a person like Shakur, and by the way, I'm tired. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired. I don't know. I'm seriously, I've been thinking about this. I'm tired of people every time you have a young fighter that's good or has a good amateur record or is good defensively sound, they compare him to Floyd, bro. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop comparing these fighters to greats, man. Stop. I don't think it's first off, I don't think it makes sense. And number two, number one, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair on that fighter. And number two, I feel like you're kind of disrespecting a legend, bro, because you're gonna compare someone to Floyd when they haven't done a third of what Floyd's done. I don't like that. I don't think we should be comparing young fighters to Floyd or young fighters to Trinidad or young fighters to Roy Jones, and they haven't even done anything yet. But that's just how people are. Oh, he's the next Roy Jones, and he's the next. No, he's not, bro. He hasn't done anything that Roy Jones has done. You might see a similarity in maybe how fast he is, maybe how agile he is, but I mean, pump the brakes on he's the next Floyd. And I just think that it's good for fighters to have adversity, man. I do. We saw it's just different ways. With Diego Pacheco, we saw him be able to take a good shot. The dude was able to take a good shot and able to bounce back, bro. Now with somebody like Shakur, it's gonna be even harder for him. It's gonna be even harder for him because he's taking time off, whether he has an injury or whatnot. So we're talking 6 months now. So we're talking what? When is he coming back? What, June next year? That shit's gonna follow him. And even if he fights his next fight and he does very, very well, it's not gonna do anything because they're always gonna remember. They're gonna bring it up. It's just like with Canelo. No matter what Canelo does, bro, at this point, it doesn't matter what Canelo does. Canelo can wipe out the whole heavyweight division, bro. He can move up, take out Tyson Fury, take out Usyk, knock out Wilder, knock out AJ, knock out everybody in the heavyweight division. And they're still going to criticize Canelo, bro. They are going to criticize Canelo. They're always going to say, oh, he cherry-picked at 168, or he fought white champions, or he fought European champions. He's scared of David. He got rocked by Cotto in 1938. Canelo. They're always, that's not going to change, bro, no matter what. It's not going to change. Crawford can become undisputed at 154 and 160. And they will still have people that will say that Crawford's resume is not that good. And so that just comes along with the territory, man. That comes along with the territory. But what I like to see is a fighter get through adversity, bro. I want to see a fighter get through adversity. Tyson Fury, for example. Look at Tyson Fury. The whole damn boxing community got on Tyson Fury. The whole damn boxing community. The boxing world got on Tyson Fury after that fight with Ngannou. I got on him. I thought it was embarrassing to the sport. I thought it was embarrassing. You are our heavyweight champion. You are our lineal heavyweight champion. And this man comes in his first professional fight against you, and you go damn near neck and neck with him, life and death. So look at the criticism that Tyson Fury got. That can be a blessing, bro. That can be a blessing because if he was taking anything lightly or whatever, I still got him beating Usyk, by the way. I still got Fury beating Usyk. I think that lit a fuse under Fury, bro. I really do. I think it lit a fuse under him. And I was talking about it yesterday, though. I do think that fight mentally affected him, though. I do think it mentally affected him with some of the things he was saying at the press conference. It's just kind of weird. I couldn't even understand some of the things that Tyson Fury says, bro. I can't. He's calling him a sausage and a maul. What is a maul for y'all that's in the UK? What is a maul? What did he say? You sausage. Let me play it real quick. What did he say? I have no idea what is this man saying. What is this man saying? You tell me what this man is saying. Hold on a second. Hold on. Where is it at? Where's it at? Where's that short clip that I played yesterday with them going back and forth? Press conference highlights. There was a small one. There was a small one right here, right here.
Yous are all dossers. He's getting knocked out, and you two are going to be working for me, carrying me bag slinks. So remember that. Remember I said it on the stage.
Let the fight go on. Let
get the press conference going,
man
sausage.
win.
Let your man
and
talk.
Let the belts come back home to Ukraine. Thank you,
Rubbish.
ladies
I already
and
relieved one
gentlemen.
Ukrainian of all the belts.
Glory
and
to
I
the
relieved
heroes.
That idiot of the belts I gave him, including me Ring magazine that I only vacated last year, so I could win it back 3 times, sausage.
Call him a sausage.
I'm going to bust him. Sausage, ugly little man, rabbit. Run, rabbit, run, run, run. I don't want a more. You know what's coming. You're getting smashed to pieces, sausage.
What is a Momo?
You're fighting the best British heavyweight there's ever been. The fucking dauntless in these waters, me. You beat all the rest of them, but you ain't beat Tyson Fury yet, sausage. Look at him, his heart's pounding now. He's like a little pussy with an earring in. Shit house.
Tyson Fury done fucking lost his mind, bro. Is the what is a mama, bro? I have no idea what a. Anyway, bro. I think that man is mentally back in that state where he was before he fought. Was it before he fought Wilder the first time? It was before he fought Wilder the first time. But that could be a good thing because remember when he was depressed? Look at his performance when he came back. Look at his performance. I think these are good things. It's not. I tend to look at the better things of when something happens. Everyone likes to focus on the negative of what happens in their life. I focus on I look at it like this: if you go through adversity and fight, then when you go down, there's only one direction. That's back up, bro. I think adversity is good. I'm not saying that it was good that Shakur fought like that. No way. You're not going to hear me say that. And I'm not saying it's good that Fury fought like that either against Ngannou. I'm not saying that either. What I am saying is that those things can fuel those fighters to change their mindset and the change they are for the next fight. I think that what happened with Tyson Fury and Ngannou is going to make Usyk and Fury even a better fight. And not only do I think it's going to make it a better fight, but I think now Fury and Usyk, we didn't have to promote Fury versus Usyk. We didn't really have to promote it. We've been asking for it. Ever since Usyk beat AJ, we've been asking, hey, want to see Tyson Fury versus Usyk? We didn't really have to ask for it or promote it like that. But now that you have Tyson Fury who went life and death with Ngannou, it makes that fight even more interesting, in my opinion. Pudo, what's going on, bro? It makes it even interesting, in my opinion, bro. Because now people are gonna look at it and think that Usyk is gonna is I don't think Usyk beats Fury. I still don't think he beats Fury. I think Fury is too big. I think Fury's gonna lean on him. I think Fury is gonna get him tired. That's what I think is going to happen. I also believe that he's pissed off now. I think he's pissed off. And I think that he wants to make a statement against Usyk. The same shit can happen with Shakur. I think, matter of fact, I, as a boxing fan, want to see him fight Frank Martin next. That's what I want to see. Either Frank Martin, Pitbull Cruz, or William Cepeda. It's got to be one of those three for Shakur, in my opinion. It cannot be a type of person like a Yoshino or something like that. It can't. It has to be a quality opponent. And I think the quality opponent has to be a puncher. So let me ask y'all, the few of y'all that are here, by the way, the few of y'all that's here, I appreciate y'all. Who do you think should be a good opponent? I think it should be somebody with power. Somebody that can punch. If his next opponent is somebody that cannot punch or is not good or is not in the top 5, it's not gonna. I don't think that's not. First off, even if he fights a William Cepeda and blows him out, he's not gonna be fully redeemed off of this. It's gonna follow him. This is gonna follow him for the rest of his career. You're always gonna have people that's gonna say, "Remember when Shakur fought De Los Santos?" It is what it is. It's cemented in history. But you could change your future, bro. You could change your fights from now on. Um, one of the things I like about Canelo. You know what I really like about Canelo Alvarez? I don't think there's a fighter other than Bud Crawford. Let me think about this real quick. The only person I think that has a mindset close to Canelo, I'm talking about mind. I'm not talking about boxing skills. I'm talking about mind. The only person I think is maybe Crawford. I don't think there's no fighter, no person that puts on boxing gloves with a mentality like Canelo Alvarez today. I'm talking about mentality. This man, after a loss, acts like, yeah, it bothers him, but he uses it as straight fuel, bro. And the man, it seems like everything that people say about him, it just goes off like this, bro. It just goes off like this. When people talk shit, he goes, I don't fucking care. I don't care. Remember when they talked about David, he says, people said that Canelo, a lot of people are saying that you're scared of David. He goes, when I say I don't want to fight Mexican, it's because I love my country, but I don't fucking care. I know that. His mentality, I like to me, if I wanted to pick a fighter with a mentality, it'd be Canelo. Because so many people talk shit about that man, even when he's accomplishing and doing greatness. Even when the man was holding down boxing at a time when boxing was lame as hell. I can honestly say that there was a period of time where boxing was boring as fuck. Just boring. Everyone was just going back and forth on Twitter. Nobody was fighting each other. Nobody. Spence and Crawford were just going back and forth. Tank and Ryan was just going back and forth. David and Caleb Plant was going back and forth. But none of these guys were really fighting. During that time, it was Canelo that was going undisputed. I remember that year, bro. In a span of 1 year, he done knocked down champion after champion after champion. And then, of course, he loses the Bivol, and what happens? The onslaught comes. The onslaught on social media, and everybody's saying this about him, and everybody's saying this about him, and everybody's saying, and he just rolls right off his shoulder, bro. Rolls right off his shoulder. That's the mentality that you have to have, bro. And a lot of these young fighters pay attention too much to social media, in my opinion. I don't know about you, but I don't even spend a lot of time on Twitter. Is it Twitter or IG? What is it? That's Twitter, right? Or whatever it was, bro. I don't even spend a lot of time on there. The only time I go on there is if I want to look at the only time I'm on Twitter or I'm on is when I'm looking at a fighter in boxing. Other than that, I'm not on Twitter all day. A lot of these young fighters are. That's all they do. They go back and they talk more on Twitter than they perform in the ring. A lot of them. Well, so I'm not gonna say a lot of them, but there's a handful of them that actually do more talking on Twitter than they do in the ring. And but Canelo, none of that shit bothers him, bro. None of that shit bothers him. He just rolls right up. And this is why I think also with the Boo Boo and David fight, I also, and I said this the other day, even though I still need to see the fight, which by the way, Boo Boo and David is going to be an extremely amazing fight. I don't know why they're not still. This fight needs to really, really be promoted more, man. It really needs to be promoted more. David Benavidez and Boo Boo Andrade really needs to be promoted more, bro. That fight is in shit. How many days we got left? How many days we got left till David and Andrade? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 days, bro. 6 days. 6 days. What did you say, Puto? You're talking about the fighter? Dennis? Where have I heard that from? Where have I heard that from? Oh, okay, Ukrainian. Hey, yo, you know what? You know what, Pudo? You know what, Pudo? That's not. Hey, is he like a Loma? Is he like a Loma, Pudo? I'm looking at him right now. Oh, he Anthony Yiggett. That's the guy. Anthony Yiggett is the guy that Rolly was beating up, and Rolly was tackling him and throwing him all over the place, and Rolly almost got disqualified. And that was the fight before he fought Tank. Anthony Yiggett, he was, I think he was in the Olympics, right? So he's not. I mean, that's a quality opponent. I mean, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Rolly beat him. Then again, Rolly, I'm gonna talk about Rolly in a second because I think Rolly is a perfect example of what I'm trying to say. Actually, did y'all see the clip of what is the kid's name? What is the kid that now Floyd is trying to push? Kermel. Y'all know who I'm talking about? What's his name? Anyone know his name? Kermel, or he looks like Tank a little bit. Kid is really good, bro. Kid is really good. I seen his first fight, and I just seen him. I seen him like training and stuff. His form is good. He's got power. He's got good defensive awareness. Is somebody in my living room? Bro, that is the weirdest shit, bro. I'm talking to y'all and I hear someone. My living room is on the other side of this wall. No, of course. No, it's not that. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking to y'all. And I'm hearing someone talking and walking in my living room, and there's nobody there. I could have. I was like, I'm talking to y'all, and I'm not paying attention to the live, and I'm not realizing, like, you know what I mean. And I'm like, wait, somebody's in my living room, and I go out there, and there's nothing there. That is weird, bro. Anyway, bro, that's kind of fucking shocking, bro. Okay. Yeah, Ghost, Shadow Ghost, yeah. Well, where was I at? Where was I? Oh, Rolly. Fuck it, bro. I was just gonna keep talking. Rolly, man, that kid, that guy Kermel, the guy that Floyd is trying to project. Did y'all see the clip? Did y'all see the clip with him talking to Rolly and he's calling Rolly trash to his face? Did y'all see that clip? Did you see it? Let me show it to you. Let me show it. I think Rolly handled it I think he handled it well. You know, Rolly gets a lot of criticism, and especially from other fighters. They call him novice. They call him not good. They say, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I think Rolly deserves credit as far as what he's done in his career. But he's a novice when it comes to a lot of these guys because he started fighting really late in life. But I think he's done better than most people, okay? But there's a video of Carmel calling Rolly trash to his face. I'm gonna show it to you right now, and I think he handled it quite well. The kid, he's like, Rolly, I'm gonna show it to you. He's like, he says, how do you think I am? And the kid goes, oh, I think you're trash. And Rolly goes, I'm trash. And then let me show it to you. What's his name again, guys? Carmel. No, I don't know, Ed. I keep hearing something in my living room, and like I said, first I was talking to y'all, and I heard talking. Okay, I was about 5 minutes. It was about 5 when I first turned my head. I was talking to y'all, and I heard somebody talking. Right, my living room is directly across from, so I hear someone talking, and I'm talking to y'all, and it's not registering in my head. Then when I'm talking to y'all, I'm like, wait a second, and I stop, and when I stop talking, I hear footsteps. Boom, boom, boom. That's when I got up and I went out there. It's literally right there. I don't see nobody. I come back. I start talking. I'm going to go back and look at this live again and see if I can pick it up. Did y'all hear anything, by the way? Did y'all hear anything? Because when I came back and I sat down, then I hear banging. Boom, 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 boom. And it's coming from my living room. And I go out there again and nothing's there. Did y'all hear anything? I'm going to look back at it on the live. This has never happened before. That is just weird, bro. That is very weird. That's never, I've lived here for 6 years, bro. 6 years. I've never, that's something like this has never happened to me like that. Moulton. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Carmel. No. Okay. Moulton right here. And Rolly. Look, Rolly. Look, let me show you this. I think Rolly handled this quite well, bro. I can do a replay right now. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me get, hold on. I can actually, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but hold on. I'm going to look at it. Okay, when did I get up? Right here. Kid is really good, bro. Kid is really good. I seen his first fight, and I just seen him. I seen him like training and stuff. His form is good. He's got power. He's got good defensive awareness. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't hear that. That's knocking. Bro, you hear knocking, bro. I'm gonna go back and look at it when I'm done. That's the weirdest shit, bro. All right. Okay, right here. Let me show it to you right here. I think Rolly handled it quite well, bro. I think he handled it quite well. Look at this. This is kind of funny. I was laughing when I saw it, bro.
Come pick on somebody his own side and in his own caliber. You know what I'm saying? We around the same age. We can give it up.
Oh, my man look crazy as hell, bro. Look at it. My guy. Hold up a second, killer. Hold up. Imagine you wake up in the morning and find this dude staring at you, bro. Damn. Right. Hey, yeah, nah, that dude.
Same age. We can give it up there. Hey, leave the little man alone. He 18 years.
Real champ over here is right there.
Right here. Here we go. Okay, watch what he says to Rolly. Shit is hilarious, bro. Put the volume up. Make sure the volume is on here. Okay, here we go.
Who's your favorite fighter right now?
Not you.
No?
Not you.
Okay, he's not the champ no more. I don't know what to ask you. Do you want me to ask you? When's your next fight? When's your next fight?
Probably July.
Probably July. Am I invited?
If you go,
You don't care if I go? You gonna knock somebody out? The camera shy? You sure?
yeah.
You seem a little shaky.
Why do you got more knockouts than Rolly's got fights?
Yeah, honestly,
Because he's a bum.
I'm a bum. After all the knockouts I've done, I'm still a bum.
You got power. That's it.
You got power too.
But I got skill.
I don't got skills. I mean, obviously I don't got skills compared to you, but I got skills, right?
A little bit.
I'm really good at knocking people out, though, right?
That's kind of sad, though, bro. That's kind of sad that they be treating Rolly like that, in my opinion, man. I think that's kind of sad. I think the boxing world is way too hard on that kid, bro. He literally said to him, I think you're a bum. Rolly's like, I ain't got no skills. He's like, nah. I got more knockouts than you got fights, bro. Or I've knocked more people out than you've had fights, something like that. That's a kid. That's a kid telling Rolly to his face he's a bum. I don't know. If I was a fighter, that would get to me, bro. But I mean, Rolly let that roll off his. I mean, look, every time Rolly is online, bro, they come at him, bro. No, it's not Tank. It's not Tank. That's it's the young fighter that Floyd is, I guess, now pushing or whatever. He's really good, man. He's really good. It's just, but the thing is like, so I noticed with a lot of these young fighters, you could tell that they're young. You could tell that they're young because of the way that they act. So, you know, when Rolly said something to Shakur, and Shakur, remember there was an interview where Shakur said that there was an interview where Shakur really went at Rolly bad. This was a couple of months ago. In the interview, I'm gonna find it too. Shakur talks about, he really goes at, if you look at it and you watch it as a fan, he's low key taking shots at Rolly, Ryan. He took a jab at Tio, but a light jab. Shakur said something along the lines of Ryan to me. What did he say? He said Rolly is the worst champion or whatever in boxing, and so did Prograis. Prograis said that too. And that he's technically not even a fighter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's the lowest that you can get, right? And then he said about Ryan, he said Ryan is like he looks at Ryan more as like a personality, like a media personality, more than he does a fighter. And that he says, yeah, he's got some skills. He's fast. He's got some amateur fights, but I think he said something like, but he's flat-footed and he's got no defense, and he leaves his chin tucked in the air, right? Then when they asked him about Tio, he said he immediately gave respect to Tio. Shakur says, hey, look, Tio's a bad boy. Tio's I know him for a long time, and I fuck with Tio, but Tio does this. He didn't say exactly what it was. I'm gonna find it. He said, but Tio does this mistake in all his fights. Like, he's like, and he even says, I quote, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I see it in every fight. It's something that he does, and he hasn't fixed it, and I'm surprised he hasn't fixed it till now. So it was like a little shot at Tio, but it wasn't. But he made it clear, like, Tio is not Rolly and Ryan. Like, Tio's the real deal, is what he was saying. But it's just kind of funny when after the Kambosos fight, when he went up to Shakur, right? And after the interview, Shakur was online and doing interviews saying, come on, man, Kambosos, that's a joke. I mean, I'll take the fight if I have to, but I destroy him. Notice that as soon as he has the performance, who are the main people that go at him? Rolly, Ryan, Kambosos, and of course Frank Martin, because Frank Martin was the guy that pulled out at the last second. This is what I mean by y'all call it karma. I call it you reap what you sow. But a lot of these young fighters, I don't know. I see some immature in a lot of them, but some of them are more mature. It is what it is. All I'm saying is, I think that it's the way that you use your downfalls, bro. Everyone goes through downfalls, and some fighters can't recover. That's the guy's name, Ivan Redkach. Ivan Redkach. Do y'all remember the sparring that was on tape where Tank was beating Ivan Redkach down? He was like beating him down, bro. He's beating him down. And Ivan Redkach got mad because they uploaded it to the online. They uploaded it online. Well, then Ivan Redkach gets beat up by Regis Prograis, and in that fight, I think wasn't that the one where he acted like Regis Prograis hit him low or something like that? I think that was the one where he acted like Regis hit him low. But and now you don't even see Ivan Redkach anymore. When was the last time Ivan Redkach even fought? He's another Ukrainian fighter. Oh, shit. Okay, so he just fought July of this year. But before that, Ivan Redkach fought in 2021. So he was off for 2 years. He fought, I have no who this guy is. I don't know who he is, but he won by decision. Okay, it is what it is. Who's wise, Puto? The young kid or Tio? Oh, the young kid, right? The young kid? Who are you talking about? Oh, Kermel. Yeah, he is, man. He is. Listen. Let me tell you something. Your mind. That's what I'm saying. I like you can already see how his career. I would think a lot of it is gonna go. Your mindset, bro, has so much to do with what happens in your life. I think people really don't understand that. I mean, it's easy to say, but I don't think people realize it. Which, by the way, that brings me to my next segment. I wanted to say this when I first started my live, but now that there's at least a handful of people in here, I'll say it. You know, I've been going back looking at my lives. Every time I do a live, I go back and I kind of I take a look at it to see you know, if there was some good topics I talked about or I go back and I look at my lives the same way that I look at a video when I upload it, right? And I notice a pattern with me when I go live. I notice a pattern, right? Now, obviously, let me make it clear that everybody goes through this. Every single channel. When I mean every single channel, I mean every single channel has people that what you would call trolls, right? I mean, I see Coach Malachi deal with it all the time. I see Punch deal with trolls all the time. I see even Rapstar deal with trolls all the time. I see everyone deals with them. Okay, that's fine here or there. I don't care. I honestly don't care about people that come in the chat that have been doing what they've been doing the past couple. If you look at my past couple of lives, not a lot of look. I'm a small channel, okay. I'm a small channel. I know that. I don't need thousands of subscribers, bro. As long as I got a couple of people looking, I'm fine. I'm having a dialogue. I'm okay. I'm fun. I enjoy doing this, bro. This is fun to me. This is fun. But every single live, right? At some point, of course, you get the little trolls or whatever that come in here. Which, by the way, I know who some of them are, Puto. I did some analytics, and I know there's one or two of them that's from the MXBC. I know one of them is from the I forgot what other channel is that. I know who they are. That's not the point. Then you got some other ones that come in that I honestly believe they're just who they are. Look, when people come in here and start asking stupid questions, I'm okay. I'm okay. You want to try to troll me or whatever? Fine. I'll play around. It is what it is. But I noticed I'm starting to spend a half an hour a half an hour in my lives. Now, I think there's a difference between trolling and being dumb. And I think some of them are really just dumb, bro. I think they're dumb. I don't think they're pretending. I think they're dumb. At the which point is it? There's knocking, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna talk about that in a second because I heard it on my phone. There's a knocking. Yeah, I'm positive, bro. I'm positive. I'll show it to you in a second. Hold on. Let me finish with what I'm saying because this is important. So people come in all the time, right? And they say stupid things. I get it, bro. It is what it is. Every channel goes through it. But I'm noticing with my lives that I'm spending a half an hour, literally spending a half an hour trying to explain to somebody that is common sense, bro. Common sense. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't believe that they're trolling. I just believe that they really just don't understand, bro. And I don't have time for that. I really don't, bro. I don't. You know, it's like if they say to me, "What's the weather outside?" and I say, "Hey, let me check. It says that it's 83 outside." And they're like, "What? It doesn't feel like it's 83. It doesn't I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's 83 outside though." But I don't know. Bro, I don't care whether you feel like it's 83, whether you don't feel like it's 83, whether you agree that it's 83. Motherfucker, it's 83. I shouldn't have to spend a half an hour explaining to somebody that if one of your parents is Puerto Rican, you got Puerto Rican in you, bro. Newsflash to y'all. If one of your parents is white and your other parent is black, you're half black and half white. I know. Shocking, right? Shocking. Yesterday, some guy came in and was talking about, obviously, he didn't like Tio. It's fine. I don't care if you don't like Tio. It is what it is. Comes in and says this. He said something about Tio, and I said, hey, Tio's the man to beat at 140. Tio is the man to beat at 140. He says, no, he's not. I said, yes, he is. No, he's not. And so I explained to him. It's very simple. Josh Taylor beat Regis Prograis. That's his only loss. Josh Taylor went undisputed. Even though he had a controversial win prior to the Teofimo Lopez fight, he dropped the belt and then fought Tio, and then Tio beat him and was unified and then dropped the belts, right? So he beat the man that beat the man that beat the man. What is it not to understand? This isn't an opinion. This isn't whether you like him or you dislike him. It's the same thing with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury beat Klitschko. Okay? He beat Klitschko. Tyson Fury is the lineal champion. He's the man that beat the man that beat the man. Usyk got more belts. But if you look at the heavyweight landscape, Tyson Fury is the lineal champion. This is common sense, bro. We're not doing calculus. We're not looking at hieroglyphics in the caves, bro. We're not, bro. I'm not trying to decipher some damn from a civilization that lived thousands of years ago and we don't understand the language. We're not doing any of that. This is common sense, bro. So for now on, I want to make it clear. For now on, some days I'm going to feel like, okay, yeah, you know, I feel good today. I'll play around with y'all. But for now on, I'm being dead ass serious. And I know they're probably not even here right now watching, but I'm going to leave it here for them. For now on, for all you little stragglers that come in here with a fucking low IQ that rode that short bus, if I'm feeling good that day, I'll spank you and leave you there. But for now on, when you come in with your stupid shit, depending on how I'm feeling, bro, your comment is not even going to pop up on the screen. I'm letting you know right now. Your comment, you're going to, yeah, Pudo and Ed P and all these, they'll be able to see your comments. But nobody's going to see your comment here. I'm going to bypass it. I'm going to ignore it. And your dumbass is going to stay there and continue to support me. Or leave. I'm not going to deal with stupidness, bro. Some people are purposely trying to fuck up the live. And then you got some that are just damn. And I hate to say you stupid, bro. I really do. I don't like calling people that. But damn, bro, what? If you can't understand common sense, bro, you got a learning disability. Now, I'm not making fun of you for the learning disability. However, it's not my fault you got a learning disability, and it's not my fault that I should sit here and break down every little common sense thing to you, bro, because you're messing up the live. You're messing up the live. If Tio beat somebody and got a belt, he beat someone and got a belt. There is no argument around that. There is no argument around it. Y'all ever hear of emotionalism? Do y'all know what emotionalism is? Does anybody know what emotionalism is? Emotionalism is something that was first used like in Christianity, but it applies to real life. It applies to real life. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of how some of y'all are. And sometimes I get like this too, but this is a perfect example. There's a difference between God's law and man's law. There's a difference between God's law and man's law. Here on planet Earth, we have man's law. If a guy is a burglar, you got a burglar on this side, and you got a rapist, a murderer, and a child M on this side, right? Big difference. Burglar, rapist, murderer, child M. Huge difference here on planet Earth. The burglar is probably going to get what? Probation, a ticket, maybe a year or two in jail if he's a repeat offender. The guys on the right, they're going to get life. They're going to get life. They're going to get whatever, okay? There's a difference. Now, God's law, this is where I'm going to talk about emotionalism. God's law, your crimes are called a sin. He looks at all sin the same. So basically, an adulterer is the same as a child M or a rapist. You know how many times I've seen people read and they go, that's not, no God would do that. No God would do that. No God, bro, that's just what it is, bro. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to disagree with it. It's a fact. That's how he looks at it. He looks at you the same, bro. There is no argument there. There is no argument. You could say you don't like it all you want. There is no argument there. And to give you a comparison to how that is if you look at heaven as all white carpet and it's all white and your sin represents dirt, right? Your sin represents dirt. And three guys are outside trying to get in, and you got one guy with mud up to here, one guy with mud up to your waist, and one guy with mud right up here to your ankles. Which guy is he gonna let in? I said the guy with the ankles, right? No, he's not gonna let none of y'all in. Because you have dirt on you, period. He's a perfect being. He doesn't accept sin. So you cannot get in. So he looks at a thief and a burglar the same as he looks at a molester or a killer or whatever. So when people read that, they get emotional. I've seen people go, there's no way God. No, you don't understand because he's a perfect being. Anyway, the point is you're emotional. You're letting your emotions get in the way of something that is a fact. And I see it all the time. Just because you don't like somebody doesn't change the fact, my guy. It doesn't. It doesn't. I had to explain yesterday that even though Shakur Stevenson fought a boring fight, which he did, he fought a very boring fight, he still won the fight. Even with him backpedaling, because I watched it again, he still won the fight. Because how? Because every round he threw more and landed more. And De Los Santos threw an all-time low, and he broke a record for the least amount of punches landed on an opponent. Now, I know that the second part of that is because Shakur was on his back foot. But regardless, you may not be happy with the performance, but the point is he won by numbers, by looking at the round. You may not like it, bro. I didn't like the performance. It was a bad performance. But the fact of the matter is, when you rewatch the fight, he won the fight. People are emotional. They don't like Shakur or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Y'all know that I get on Devin Haney, right? Just because I get on Devin Haney, that doesn't mean that he's not undisputed. He didn't go undisputed at 135. I could sit here and cry all I want. Oh, yeah, but I even said he had the easiest road to get undisputed. Teal did all the heavy lifting. That's the truth. But at the end of the day, Devin went undisputed, whether I like him or not. So I can get all emotional all I want and cry and bitch and moan. It doesn't change that. So the little trolls that be coming in here Some of them are purposely trying to disrupt the live. The other ones are just damn stupid, bro. And I'm not going to deal with stupid no more. I'm not. I wish StreamYard had a split screen, bro. A split screen, and I could take all the comments with the dudes with the short buses and put them on the left, bro. And take all the dudes that actually like boxing and are here and are asking legit questions on the right. Because for now on, I'm gonna start ignoring y'all, bro. I'm gonna bypass your comment, bro. I'm gonna bypass stupidity for now on. I'm not even gonna act like you're there. Just letting you know. And I know they're not here listening, but I'm doing it right now. As of right now. Now, there are going to be days where I feel like, hey, I play around. There's going to be days like that. Yeah. The other day was like that. I enjoyed with the trolls, but I'm not going to do that every live, bro. I'm not going to sit here and spend a half an hour to you trying to explain something to you that's a fact and it's common sense, bro. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not. So go to somebody else's channel and ask dumb questions. By the way, hold on one second. Where's he at? Where's he at? Iceman. Yeah, there's a part where I hear faint knocking, bro. And that's the crazy thing too. I don't understand how that's possible. And I'm sitting right here. That is just the weirdest thing, bro. Well, I'm moving anyway. So it is what it is. This building that I'm in is very old. I will say that. It's very old. But if something was like that, you would think I've been here for 6 years and I've never heard anything like that. But it is what it is. There is something that happened last month that was kind of weird too. I had my door closed and I was sitting up against my bed and I had my door closed to my room. And I'm watching TV and I had the lights off and I had this on right here. So the light was like the room was a little blue. And I see like somebody, like a shadow underneath the door, look like they're walking. And at first I looked and I'm like, is that like a mouse or something? I've never seen a mouse or anything in here, right? But it literally looked like a person, like the way that it was moving. It wasn't quick, like it wasn't like that. It was like he was walking. And I got nervous and I'm like, somebody's in my house. And I got up and nobody was there. That was last month. Happened last month. Mind you, I've been here for 6 years. None of this stuff ever happened until last month. It is what it is, man. I'll be moving soon anyway, man. But yeah, man. Look, I'm just telling you. Oh, by the way, if Pudo want to come on, Pudo, I know you want to say some shit about Shakur. I know, Pudo. I'm gonna give you. Here. There you go, my guy. There you go. Of course, anyone can hop on, but I know Pudo wants to rub it in. So go ahead, Pudo. You know, like I said, bro, I'm telling you, from now on, these stupid dudes that come in, they're gonna be wasting their time, bro. You're gonna be wasting your time. Because I know a lot of them are like, yeah, I'm gonna get shadow bent up. See, like I'm spending time talking about it now, but I'm just letting you know for the future. That's why I'm taking time out right now. And I don't care whether they're watching or not watching. If they're not watching, they're gonna find out. I'll answer your question. I will answer your question. But if you cannot comprehend something, at that point, I'm just moving on. And then anything else you say is just going to be ignored. It'll be like this. You got Pudo right here, and Iceman put a comment right here, and then Pudo put a comment right here. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to just go boom, act like I don't even see Iceman, and go boom. That's what I'm going to start doing to y'all. All y'all that do that stupid shit, I'm just going to skip right past you. Instead of, if this was the comment right here, I'm going to go Pudo and act like I didn't even see your comment, put the next one on the screen. That's how I'm going to start treating y'all, bro. Because I want to have a dialogue with people that are serious and are trying to talk boxing, bro. I want to have a dialogue with people that are serious and are trying to talk boxing. I don't have time to talk to people who can't add 1 + 1 is 2 or cannot comprehend something that is very simple to comprehend. I don't got time for it. I really don't. And I'm not going to spend a half an hour trying to explain to you something that shouldn't really be broken down to you. So that proves to me that you're trying to mess my life up, or you can't comprehend. It's not my fault that you're like that. On the 25th, is it the 25th? Did I show y'all the 2 clips of David and Andrade? The short clips of them hitting the bag. Man, Andrade looks good, bro. Andrade looks like he's man, I pray this is the fight that I think it's gonna be. I pray David and Andrade is the fight that I think it's gonna be. I pray. Because one thing about 2023 is we've had some great fights. But most of them did not go the way that we thought it was going to go. You know what I mean? Crawford and Spence didn't go like that. Fulton and Inoue, Tank and Ryan, Teo and Taylor. It's a lot of fights. Jermell and Canelo. I knew Canelo was going to do that to Jermell, but I guess some people were surprised. Were you surprised he did that to Jermell? Were you surprised Canelo did that to Jermell? I mean, that's the same thing he's going to do to Jamal too if they ever fight. But for the most part, they were good fights. But the way the fight manifested was not the way that we envisioned. You know what I mean? And that is not that's out of our control. But I just hope that I hope that Benavidez and Boo Boo is the fight that I'm really envisioning it to be, because they both look like they're in great. David looks skinny. You know when David is serious. When weeks out. Now how you know when David Benavidez is serious? It's weeks out. He's already skinny, and he's doing interviews with like black eyes and stuff. It's showing you he's been sparring every day. It's showing you. Just hard sparring. So you could tell he's taking it serious. And Boo Boo, I was looking at Boo Boo hitting the bag, and Boo Boo looks like he's not playing either, bro. And I just pray this fight is going to be the way that I think it's going to be. And I think it's going to be a back and forth fight. Let me see real quick. This is Benavidez real quick. You could tell David's gonna go to the body early, bro. Early. He gonna go to the body early. That's what I'm thinking. And then Boo Boo looking good too. Let's go, Chad. Let's go, Chad.
What time is it?
Showtime, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He keeps saying he's bigger. He keeps saying he's stronger. I don't hear him saying faster. Let's go.
As you see, they both. If you heard what Andrade's coach said, he said, yeah, they're saying he's bigger. They're saying he's stronger, but I don't hear him saying that he's faster. As you see, Boo Boo's combinations are crisp, they're hard, they're fast. And to be honest with you, the way he throws some of those punches, they're not telegraphed. You know how like a lot of fighters, when you could tell like if they're going to throw a certain punch, they kind of telegraphed a little bit. The way Boo Boo fights, they're not really, it just flows. His punches just flows. You know, it's that's what makes it awkward to me. And I just think, bro, it's going to be a great fight because you see, David's already in great shape. David's already David's already got black eyes and sparring and stuff like that. He's taking it very, very seriously. Boo Boo's taking it very, very seriously. I think it's going to be a great fight, man. I pray it's the fight that we think it's going to be. I pray it's going to be like that, but it's it's a possibility that it might not. But I think that fight is going to be a close fight, and I do think I still got to watch the fight. I still got to watch the fight. I still got to watch the fight, but I do think that Canelo beats the winner. I do think that because after I saw Canelo fight Jamel at 168, I just think that version of Canelo is just that version that I saw against Jamel. Now, mind you, it was Jamel, but it wasn't necessarily the fact that it was Jamel. I was looking at Canelo himself. I was looking at his stamina. I was looking at the way he fight. He just had surgery, and he looks damn near like that. He showed you in that fight, even in the last couple of rounds, that he still had a lot of energy. I just think Canelo's hard to beat at 168, man. 175, okay. I think he's pushing it with 175, but 168 Canelo as of right now, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know if anybody can beat him, it's got to be from these in that division. In my opinion, it's these three guys. Of course, anything can happen at any given Sunday or Saturday, in that matter. But Morrell, Benavidez, and Boo Boo. Morrell, Benavidez, and Boo Boo is probably the stiffest competition that he has at 168 as of right now. You got some young guns coming up, but we're talking Canelo Alvarez here, and we're gonna find out this Saturday, Boo Boo and David. And I'm telling you right now, the winner of that fight, bro. I do believe that the winner of Saturday's fight, even though he's going to win, he will be exposed for things that we didn't see before. I honestly believe that. So, for instance, if Boo Boo has an upset and wins against David Benavidez on Saturday, I believe that he will win, but we're going to see holes that David Benavidez exploited, because I think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to be back and forth. I think there might even be a couple knockdowns. I really do. I'm hoping that it goes that way. But I'm thinking, like, let's say Boo Boo wins, we're gonna see holes that was exploited by David. And so I don't think either guy wins easily, is what I'm saying. And if David wins, yeah, he's gonna win, but we're gonna see things that Boo Boo did on David that he had success on, might even knock him down. And I think that Canelo obviously is gonna be watching this fight. Canelo is definitely has to be watching that fight. He has to be watching that fight. And I just think that whoever wins the fight, even though they're gonna win, we're gonna see holes that the other fighter exploited. And I think that Canelo will capitalize on that. So if Boo Boo wins next Saturday, we're going to see the success that David had, because he's going to exploit something in him, and vice versa. If David wins, I see Boo Boo the way that he's throwing those crisp punches that we just saw, they're not telegraphed. And I think the best way to beat David, in my opinion, is a counter puncher. I do not believe that the whole what is the word for it, man? What is the word for it? The whole jab and circle, outpoint David. I don't think nobody at 168 can do that to him. I don't think there's nobody at 168 that could just try to circle David and beat him on points. I just don't, because I feel like at a certain point, David's going to walk you down. That Caleb Plant that we saw against David, to me, was the best version of Plant that we could have had, and he still faded. Now, we all know that Caleb Plant has stamina issues, but still, he had Breadman Edwards in that camp. He also had a very good nutritionist in that camp. He made weight easily in that camp. The first 6 rounds, Caleb looked spectacular, and David just walked him down. And it's my opinion. Like I said, everyone's always wrong, and sometimes you're right. But I just do not think the whole jab, circle, let me beat David on points is gonna win. I don't think there's nobody at 168 capable of even doing that against him. I do believe the best way to beat David is to catch him a good counterpuncher, to catch him in between while he's being aggressive. Because one thing I can guarantee you this: you don't even gotta be a damn expert. You know, you don't gotta be no damn expert. As long as you know David Benavidez, as long as you've watched him before more than once, then you know that when you fight David Benavidez, you will have an opportunity to land on him. You're going to have an opportunity to land on him. His style is just tailor-made for it. It's an aggressive style. It's a constant style. He doesn't have that one-punch knockout power, so he wears you down. He wears you down. He walks you down. If you catch him in between those fast punches he throws, you catch him. And that's why I think when Boo Boo, I think Boo Boo, bro, he looks good, man. Those two clips I just showed you, David looks exceptionally in great shape, bro. Exceptionally in great shape. Let me see that again. David look. Bro, them hooks to the body, bro. That shit'll make you cough up blood for real. And then Boo Boo, I think Boo Boo, his punches got snap on him, bro. Let's go, Chad. Let's go, Chad. How he effortlessly goes up and downstairs. It's like it's flowing. There's no pausing. Like, you know how some, like David, you saw David pausing, like David throw a couple of jabs and then he kind of like pauses a little bit and like almost like he's thinking about, okay, left hook to the body, and then it's like a little I don't know what to call it. I don't know the word exactly, but it's sort of like there's like a gap. There's like a gap in time. It's not constant, if that makes any sense. But when you watch Boo Boo, that shit's flowing out like water. Da 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 da, and it's crisp. I think he's gonna catch David. I think he's gonna. I mean, I'm not saying he beats him, but I just pray it goes the way that I think it's gonna go. But I think that even if it does happen the way that I think it's gonna happen, I think Canelo's gonna be watching this fight, and he's whatever success the other guy had. I think Canelo is gonna exploit that. You know, David, I don't know how David is to the body. I've always wondered with David. I've always wondered with the way that he fights. I've always wondered if the body is the way to beat David. I've always wondered that. Because I don't, like I said, I do not believe the whole circle, let me outpoint him. That's not gonna work. He's gonna walk you down eventually. Boo Boo, I can honestly say, I gotta be honest. You know, I try to be honest as much as I can. I haven't seen his career. I haven't watched his career. I've seen some of his fights, of course. I've seen Andre fight. But we're talking about the people that he was fighting. We were talking Luke Keeler, and I mean, let's go to his resume real quick. It's just you know, and I got to put the resume with a grain of salt because I don't agree with the whole boogeyman thing, okay? I just don't. I don't agree that people were running from this man. Because whether you like Janet back or not, whether you think he had a bad outing, he was trying to fight that man twice. He was trying to fight that man, and he didn't fight him. Then he didn't fight Zach Parker. And Zach Parker wanted to fight him. And that fight was an eliminator to fight Canelo. So the whole boogeyman thing with Andrade, I've never agreed with. However, there might be I think there's some truth to that. He's been avoided by some fighters, but the boogeyman thing has never really worked for me. But I will say that his resume, I take it with a grain of salt because I still think Andrade is a gifted fighter. He's a gifted fighter. He's been fighting for a long time, multiple weight champion. But his resume, man. If we go to his resume real quick, let me share the screen again. You have to ask yourself. Ask yourself. Let me see here. So let's look at this. Look at this real quick. Willie Nelson, Jack Koke, Fox, Walter Kazanaka, Artur Akayev. I can't even pronounce some of these guys' names. I'm not even trying to be legit funny. Maurice Solecki, I've heard of him before. Luke Keeler, I remember that fight. Liam Williams, I know who Liam Williams is. Jason Quigley, that's the one he gets really made fun of for because it just the name sounds funny. These aren't your top tier fighters, right? Let's go to David now. Let's go to David. Let's be fair. We got to be fair. And go to David. We'll be fair now. Ronald Graville, twice. One of them is the one that David got dropped. We know that's why he gave him a rematch. Jalen Love, we know who he is. Andre Durrell, we know who he is. Alexis Angulo, we know who he is. Ronald Ellis, Rashidi Ellis's brother, the one that trains with Canelo, we know who he is. Tyrone Davis, we know who he is. David Lemieux, we know who he is. Caleb Plant, we know who he is. So the difference in resumes to me is apparent, but I personally don't think that's going to matter in this fight. I don't think it's going to matter in this fight because the styles make fights. I sent Punch a message. What was it, a week ago? Me and Punch don't talk a lot. You know what I mean? I got his number, but I did send him a message. I said, hey, bro, what did I send him? What did I send him? Was that H Money or Punch? Wait. I said, yo, Punch, what's good? It's Shadow. Oh, yeah, that was related to boxing. I said that, oh, yeah, right here. Yo, your boy Boo Boo is looking nice. Pause. I've seen some clips of his training for David Benavidez. He definitely got the style to beat him. And Punch said, yes, sir, win, lose, or draw. He's going to show up, and I just hope that people know who he is truly in the ring or something like that. So he is looking good, man. He's looking like I just think it's going to be a good fight. I hope I don't get my hopes. You know how you get your hopes up? You know how you get your hopes up when you're a kid and you're like, oh, I'm going to get this for Christmas. And then you wake up and you don't get what you really wanted, you know? I hope I don't get my hopes up and then it's not a good fight, man. I really, but I don't know. It's just, I have a hard time looking at Boo Boo and David and thinking that it's going to be not an exciting fight. I mean, if somebody thinks it's going to be boring, let me know how, because styles make fights. Styles make fights. And David Benavidez has a pressure style. He's going to be coming forward. And Boo Boo is awkward and throws punches, and they're not telegraphed, and they're quick, and he's snappy with power. I mean, yeah, he's a mover, but he's not a mover like Devin Haney type of mover. He's not a mover like that or Shakur. He's a mover, but he's more like a crafty mover. You know what I mean? So he's not like a Caleb Plant is what I'm saying. And there's nothing wrong with those styles. I talked about this yesterday. Nothing wrong with them styles. If that's how you fight, then that's how you fight. But he's not a type of mover like Caleb Plant. He's crafty. And his punches come out of weird angles and they're snappy. And you got David who's going to be coming forward eventually. David might not come forward the first or second round, but that's his forte, bro. That's his forte. Once David starts getting comfortable, he walks you down. He's done it in every fight. He did it in the Anthony Durrell fight. He did it in Angulo. He did it in Ronald Ellis. He did it in Keyshawn Davis. He did it immediately from the bell with David Lemieux. And he did it with Caleb Plant when it hit round 6. Every opponent he's ever faced, once he gets fucking comfortable, he walks you down. And that's why I'm saying Boo Boo with his craftiness throws punches out of weird angles. We just saw the clip. He's got snapped to his punches, bro. And he's somewhat of a mover, but not a mover like Caleb Plant. So I'm just having a hard time envisioning this not being a good fight, stylistically. Okay. David Benavidez has been working with a lot of southpaws for this camp. He has Mimo in the corner. Watch Boo Boo try to time him and direct him with the jab, but run out of energy mid-fight. Boo Boo never fought a certified 168. In fact, Boo Boo has consistently fought guys. Yes, that is true, Larry. That is true. And he has not. That's another thing. That's a good point. Another thing is he hasn't been fighting at 168 for a long period of time. He hasn't been fighting that long period. But I will say this, Larry. I don't know how much emphasis y'all put on experience, but I think experience means a lot. Now, the flip side to that experience is you're going to say, but experience against who? Experience against who? We just showed you Boo Boo's resume. It's not that great. I don't know the people on here. I'm having a hard time remembering some of these people. I'm not going to say I don't know who they all are, but damn it, there's a lot of these names that I just do not know. I know Nicholson. I know Quigley, and I know Liam Williams and Luke Keeler, and I know Sulecki. But you take those opponents against Benavidez's past opponents. Obviously, Benavidez had stiffer competition. That's just, I don't really think anybody's going to debate that. I don't think anybody's going to debate that. And I agree with Larry when he says, as far as he never fought a true 168 pounder. But I will tell you this, though, stylistically, Boo Boo has a style that can make things very complicated for David because of the way David fights, because of the way he fights. There has not been one fight. And if there is, y'all need to show it to me. Y'all need to tell me right now. Y'all need to show it to me. And because if I'm wrong, one thing, I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind being wrong, bro. It is what it is. I'm not one of these dudes that can't admit if I'm wrong or not. But I've not seen a fight yet where David did not walk down his opponent. I've not seen a fight yet where David, once he got comfortable, he did not walk down his opponent. In fact, with David Lemieux, who was a smaller guy and past his prime, from the gate, he walked him down. Anthony Durrell, after a couple of rounds, started moving forward. Caleb Plant, after 6 rounds, moved forward. Ronald Ellis, that was a good fight, by the way. That was a good fight. I like that fight. I was just watching it the other day. That was actually an exciting fight. What was the other guy? Let's go back to David real quick. Hold on. Let's go back to David. What was the other guy I was looking at? Okay. Now, we saw holes in his game when he fought Graville. Okay? We did see holes in David's game. In fact, the reason why he gave him a rematch is because of that knockdown. But Jalen Love, in the very next fight, he destroyed him in 2 rounds. Anthony Durrell, he knocked him out in 9. TKO stoppage. Angulo, round 10. Ronald Ellis was the person. Ronald Ellis was a good fight. He stopped him in 11. Keyshawn Davis, who, by the way, on short notice, I think it was, did put up a very good fight as much as he could. Kyron Davis, I'm sorry. He put up a good fight, but didn't go past 7. David Lemieux didn't even make it to round 4. And then, of course, Caleb Plant, who after 6 rounds, he started walking him down again. But I'm telling you, when I look at these 2 clips I just showed you, I just think Boo Boo has a style to make shit complicated, bro. That's all I'm saying. His punches aren't telegraphed, bro. It's hard to telegraph. Some fighters, like when you was looking at the clip with David, I just showed you right now. I'm not saying David's punches are all telegraphed. What I am saying is when you look at the difference of those clips, you see David and maybe he's just doing it because he's hitting the bag. We all know, bro, he's hitting the bag. He's not fighting somebody hitting him back. But I'm going off what I see and what I see in his fights. David is not very predictable either, but his style permits you to get hit because it's such a pressure style, and he's not a knockout puncher. So he throws it's like he throws punches and bunches, but he goes to the body. He throws hard shots to the body, hard hooks to the body, bro, left and the right, and then throws like fast combinations upstairs to your head. He just walks you down. He walks you down. That's what he does. And Boo Boo, we saw he can go upstairs and downstairs quickly, and he's crafty, and he's got pretty good defense so far from what we've seen. I just pray that it's a good fight, man, as much as I'm hoping it to be. I hope it's a good fight. And if it goes out the way that I'm hoping that it's going to go out, no matter who the winner is, we're going to see holes in his game that night. Yeah. And I believe, Larry, I would like to think we're going to see the best version of Boo Boo and the best version of David. And you're right. Both styles, they're tailor-made for each other. That's what I'm saying. Tailor-made for each other. Tailor-made. Because Caleb Plant, we knew how he was going to fight David. It wasn't a surprise. Were you surprised how Caleb Plant fought David? None of us were surprised. We all knew he was going to jab and circle, fast combinations, get out. Don't stay in the pocket too long. Don't exchange with him. Keep that jab popping. Go to the body a little bit. Don't stay in the pocket too long. Keep your hands up. We knew how Caleb was going to fight against David. That wasn't no surprise. But I think with Boo Boo, I think a lot of this benefits him. Why? When David Benavidez was being interviewed a couple of weeks ago, did y'all see, let me show you that video. Did y'all see the video where they were rating each other? Did y'all know what I'm talking about? It's like a split screen. They asked David, what do you think of Boo Boo's power in between 1 to 10? And then they asked him, what do you think of David? Did you see that? Let me show you that. And what this indicates to you, and I don't know, people got to understand that there's a lot of psychological, you guys know, a lot of y'all ain't stupid. I'm not talking, a lot of y'all, not all of y'all, but a lot of it is psychological, bro. A lot of it is psychological. And so he could be lying, but I really think David's telling the truth when he says, I haven't really seen his fights. Like, I haven't followed his career. Like, if he fought Canelo tomorrow, right? He knows how Canelo fights and has followed his career. But Boo Boo, I don't think he's followed anything. And I don't know how much David Benavidez Sr., I don't know how much Sr. is actually watching tape. I mean, obviously the smart thing is to always watch tape of your opponent. But we don't know if they're, some fighters, believe it or not, some camps don't really believe in tape, because the reason why they don't believe in tape is because it's a flip coin. It's a flip coin. A lot of fighters some fighters don't want to watch tape because they don't want to prepare for a certain style, right? They're watching that fight and they're preparing for that certain fight. They're preparing for that. And then they get in the ring and the motherfucker's not even fighting like that. He's fighting totally different. That's why some fighters don't like tape. They might watch it to get like a general idea of how maybe he throws a punch or whatever. But as far as like a game plan, they don't like to do that, because what if you get in the ring and he's not fighting anyway like he just did? So I don't know if they're watching tape on Boo Boo or not. I don't know if they are. I would. I'd be watching every damn thing I could find a Boo Boo. And I think I think Boo Boo's camp is definitely watching all of David's fights. I mean, you'd be dumb not to, bro. You'd be dumb not to. Where's the clip where they rate each other? Rate each other. Right here. Did y'all see this? I already know YouTube's going to strike me, bro. I done showed like 4 other videos today. It is what it is. YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes. I don't even know if freaking AI does it. I don't know, man. Just they always taking my shit down. Okay. Uh, this is why I try not to do this in a lot of my lives. I try not to show other people shit because even when you say it's for entertainment purposes, they still it is what it is. I already done it 3 times already. So okay, right here. Who is this? Premier Boxing Champions. Go subscribe to Premier Boxing Champions. This is for entertainment purposes.
I'll say he has a 7 for speed. He has good speed.
He got good speed, really good speed. 1 to 10, he's one of the fastest 168 pounders out there. So give him 10.
Probably like 7 as well. He has good condition.
He's a guy that starts off slow but can finish strong. I'll give him a 10.
Punch resistance. I haven't seen him in there with a big puncher like that before, but I mean, I say it's as of now, he's held up pretty well, so about 8.
He throws a lot of punches from round 1 to round 12, so I give him a 10.
Power, I think his power is at a 5.
He definitely has some good power. He got a few knockouts. He's not a one-shot type guy knockout, but he does do whatever. So I give him give him 8, 7 around that amount when it comes to power.
Grit, probably 5.
Grit, we don't really know the grit, but it seems like he has grit, of course. But you really don't know until somebody like myself really challenge him by hitting with certain shots and stuff like that. But overall, he does show he has grit. So give him a 10.
His footwork, he has good footwork, so like an 8.
2. Give him 2. David, damn, okay?
His defense is pretty good too, like 7.
Yeah, 2.
His ring IQ is good as well, probably like a 7.
I think he's getting overall better. I think he's around like a 5 now.
His resume, I don't think his resume has anything to do with him because he doesn't really have too much big fighters on his resume, but he's been hungry. He's been wanting to fight people. He just hasn't got the opportunity, just like how I did my last fight. So I don't think the resume has anything to do with it. He's a great fighter, so we're expecting him to look good in the fight, and that's what I'm preparing for. I'm preparing for a great fighter.
I don't really know. I don't really have followed him like that all his fights, but I know he done fought some good, solid guys. To get in the ring with anybody in his caliber, my caliber, it ain't easy stepping in the ring. So I mean, at the end of the day, every step is to be better. So I give him a 10.
Thank you, Freshbox. I appreciate you. Thank you, bro. Good thing. Thank you for telling me, man. Thank you for telling me, because I hit it when I. My bad. I was actually responding to you, Freshbox. I said he said I didn't say he didn't seen him. He has seen all his fights. He's seen, of course he's seen him, bro. I'm talking about like seeing all his fights. The same way you just heard Andrade say, I haven't seen all his fights. They both said that about each other. They both know who they are, of course. Interesting that David only rates Andrade's power a 5. Perhaps shows that he doesn't respect the power. I think David's personality, I don't know about you guys. And look, like I said, I could be wrong. I'm telling you from what I see and how I project things. I think David doesn't respect a lot of his opponents. Not that he's sleeping on them. I just think he doesn't. The way he walks them down, I mean, I don't know. Like, he walks down his opponents, like, once he gets comfortable, he walks them down like he doesn't respect their power. I mean, but he did say a 5, and that's the thing too. You know, he's saying he's got a 5, And he might be thinking that and get clipped, bro. Cause like, I don't know, like punches look kind of sharp to me from Boo Boo's end. They both look sharp. I didn't see the my bad, bro. BX. My bad, player. My bad. Yeah. I'll get your name right. I'll show you respect. Fresh BX. My bad. I thought it was box, bro. I wasn't trying to be funny. What else did he give him on his there was another thing I found interesting about that. That David said. Where is it at again? Because I was messaging somebody.
He got good speed.
But can finish. As of now, he's held up pretty well.
I give him 10.
Power.
So you notice how Andrade's giving him nothing but respect in every damn category: speed, conditioning, punch resistance.
I think his power
Type guy knockout, but he does do whatever. So I give him like give him 8, 7 around that amount. The grit, but it seems like he has grit. So he has
his defense is pretty good too, like 7. I don't think his resume has anything to do with him because he doesn't really have too much big fighters on his resume, but he's been.
That's exactly what I said. I don't think the resumes are going to matter in this fight either.
Hungry, he's been wanting to fight people. He just hasn't got the opportunity, just like how I did my last fight. So I don't think the resume has anything to do with.
I haven't followed him like that all his fights, but I know he done fought some good, solid guys. You know.
All right. So the final. Look at that. This just gives me an idea of how they think of each other. Andre definitely respects David, bro, by looking at them numbers. He knows he's fast, got good conditioning, good punch resistance, gives him good power, gives him a 10 on grit, gives him 2 on footwork, 2 on defense, 5 on ring IQ. I think David has better ring IQ than that. I think they both have, I would rate them both around a 7. Resume, damn, he gave David a 10 for resume. Andre giving him a lot of respect, man. A lot of respect. I don't know, but I don't know how y'all think the fight's gonna go, but I think it's gonna be a close fight, man. I think it's gonna be a close fight. I don't know who y'all got. Larry, I take it you got David, huh? Who you got, Fresh BX? My safe bet is David. That's a safe bet for me. If I don't bet on fights very rarely, but if I had to bet, if I had to bet for this fight, safe bet would be on David. A safe bet. That's a safe bet. But I don't know, man. Andre's like a wild card almost because he's like, even though he's been fighting for such a long time, unless you are a fan of Boo Boo, and follow him extensively, Boo Boo has been fighting for a long time, but and David made a point, because his resume is not like that and he hasn't fought people that we all recognize, it's almost like he's, how can I explain it? It's almost like you're at a job and there's this guy that always comes to work on time, good worker, doesn't call out, doesn't take a lot of sick days, right? He's quiet. You almost don't even recognize he's there, though. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense or not. It's like, you ever work at a place and the guy's always there. He's always working. He's quiet. He just doesn't talk to people. He's not a bad worker. He's not the best worker where he stands out. He's not getting awards every month or whatever, but he goes to work, he does his job, and he's there all the time. But he's that type of worker where you're like, oh yeah, he's back there. Like, that's how I look at Boo Boo's career. Like, because of his resume and I don't know a lot. I honestly, I watch boxing. I honestly can tell you that I do not recognize a lot of those names on his resume. There are some that I do, but there's a lot that I don't. And I've maybe only seen them one time, or I heard their name mentioned somewhere. Um, and I think because of that, but still, he's a two. I think he's a 2 division champ, right? Boo Boo is a 2. He is, right? Yes, he is. I believe he is. Let me see. Yes, he's held multiple championships in 2 weight classes at light middleweight and middleweight. And also as an amateur, he won the national championships and Golden Gloves twice. And he got a gold medal at the 2007 World Championships. And he represented the U.S. Olympics in 2008 in the welterweight division. So who you have winning? Who you have winning though? Who do you have like what? Like who do you have winning? Because I would think, bro. I would think that I cannot see a world where both these dudes don't come in at the best. I mean, this is like a defining moment in both of their careers, bro. Because think about it. I want you to think about this. I was thinking about this the other day. You know how a lot of these guys, Charlo, Boo Boo, David, even Berlanga, and Munguia and all these other guys. You notice how these guys have mentioned Crawford recently. After this, he said he would never fight Canelo. There's weight classes for a reason. Then after he beat Spence, now he mentions Canelo. You notice how all these guys, they mention Canelo. The main reason is that money, bro. When you fight Canelo, it is life-changing money. That's life-changing money. We're talking millions, bro. You're getting your highest payday. You could take care of your family and your kids and their kids' family if you just don't go like it's life-changing money. So the fact that the winner is most likely fighting Canelo, you would think these guys come in at their top peak best. I know I would, because not only are we both protecting our O, right? Yeah, it's so big these days, the O. But I would also have in the back of my mind, legacy, of course. But if I win, shit, I get that Canelo ticket, bro. I get the sweepstakes, my next fight. That's life-changing money, bro. So I would like to think that both these guys come in magnificent, like their best shape, bro. Like I can't see it, bro. You'd be dumb not to. You'd be dumb not to. Got David by late round stoppage. Guaranteed do. Yeah, I think he does, TM. I think he does. Yeah, I really think people are underestimating Boo Boo, bro. I really do. I got David by a majority decision. I don't see Andrade winning 7 rounds, maybe 5 or 4. I like the fight, but if Andrade isn't in proper shape, he's going to get a bad beating. That I agree with, as far as if he doesn't come in 100%. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been following Boo Boo like maybe how Punch follows it. Like Punch Drunk was at his training camp. Like he's got videos of him when he's in training camp. But I don't know what condition he's in. I'm telling you from the little bit that I see. But I could tell you that I know David's in good shape. Weeks out, a month ago, David, I can only go off what I see, bro. And yeah, I can see from the little bit that I see that Boo Boo is in good shape. But I know David's in great shape. A month out, this dude was already skinny, in shape, and every time he's doing the interviews, he's got black eyes. He's telling you he's sparring. He even says he's doing nothing but hard sparring. So you know David's coming in tremendous shape. I mean, that's a given. That's a given. So it's really going to come down to how Boo Boo is going to come in. But like I said, when you think about fighting Canelo, and that's life-changing money, life-altering, bro. You would think you're going to come in the best shape because all these dudes been waiting to fight Canelo, bro. And to be honest with you, I don't think all these guys have been calling out Canelo because I may be wrong. I don't think all these guys are calling out Canelo because they really think they could beat him. I don't think that at all. I think the main reason why they call out Canelo is because they know how much they'll make if they fight Canelo. Look at Jamel. Shit, they told Jamel, hey, fight about 168. Shit, okay. Look at how much did Jamel Charlo make fighting Canelo? How much? Right here. Okay, right here. So even in today's market, which by the way, you got to remember that we're living in a inflation, and you got to think of fire sticks and the way that pay-per-view landscape has changed. Even with all that going on, up front. Okay, this is an estimate. I don't want that. I want somebody that actually has how much he made, bro. This guy's giving what he thinks. Hold on. Okay. This will bring the total fight earning. This is now, mind you, this was Jermel. Excuse me. Hold on. Sorry, I don't want to be burping on camera, bro. Okay. It says right here, Jamel Charlie, the total earnings for that night was around $45 million. So, but it said that they offered, so he was guaranteed $2 million, but with the pay-per-view shares, they think he probably came out $6 million. I don't know how accurate that is, but even with that, that's more than what he made his last fight, in the fight before, Because, wait a second, Caleb Plant, I know for a fact, Caleb Plant, hold on. Right here. I know Caleb made some dough, bro. Yeah, 10 million. Caleb Plant got 10 million, bro. That's life-changing money. But listen, bro, give me 500,000, bro. I just got my VA loan, bro. Yeah, I got a loan and I'm going to be getting a house, but I got to pay all that back, bro. Give me half of that, man. Just give me half. Half of $1 million. I'm good. 10 million? Jamel made 6. So going back to the fight, man, I look at it like this, like they're thinking of, you would think like, okay, well, the winner of this is projected to fight Canelo, bro. That money's got to be an incentive. Not only that, but you're a fighter and legacy and all that, but let's be honest, in today's boxing, today's boxing world, and I'm not saying that they weren't back in 2000 in the 80s and the 90s with, Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard and Chavez and Roy Jones and Tito Trinidad and Vander Holyfield, Oscar De La Hoya, all of them fought for money. But a lot of them still had that old fighter mentality mindset in getting legacy as well. Look, and I think the landscape today is a little bit different. A lot of these dudes is just about that paper, bro. Especially these young fighters. I think we have a handful that really care about legacy, but obviously we're seeing with our own eyes that money is affecting a lot of things. Devin Haney and Shakur, money. Tank and Ryan was held up multiple times due to money. Spence and Crawford held up multiple times due to terms and money and being across the so-called street. A lot of fights are always held, and of course, it's been through all boxing. It's always about the money, but I just think that some fights were easier to make back then. And I don't know, maybe if it's because the landscape was different and maybe they thought differently. But to me, I feel like the fighters back then did care about legacy more than today's average fighter. But I could be wrong. I don't know what's going on in someone's head. But like I said, thinking about it, if you know that you're going to be fighting Canelo next, bro, you're going to come in exceptional shape, bro. I think they're both coming in shape, bro. Exactly. Win-win, bro. Win-win. You could go in there and just let Canelo knock your ass out, bro. You still fuck Canelo. You still got a bag for the rest of your life, bro. It's win-win, bro. There is no losing fighting Canelo. Yeah. You know what? I was talking about that too, Larry. I'm glad you brought that up. That's going to be, you know what? I've heard other people, and look, let me ask y'all. I've heard other people say they're not interested. I'm interested in Jamal and Jose. I'm interested in that. I want to see how that fight go. I want to see how Jamal look after 2 years layoff, and you know, I think even with all that, his style is just. I just can't see myself seeing Jose Benavidez beat Charlo. But if he ever had an opportunity to beat Charlo, it would be now with the current things that have happened and him not fighting for so long and having issues with alcohol and all this other stuff. If he ever had a chance to beat him now, it's a perfect time for him. Perfect time. I got Jamal winning that fight. And I got it going by decision. I don't think there's a knockout in Jose Benavidez versus Charlo. I think it goes decision. Shadow, what's your thought on Canelo maybe fighting Munguia in May as is mandatory? Better than a potential? You know, it's funny. My other live I was talking about, because you know how they were talking about Berlanga and me. Look, man, I'm Puerto Rican. I love my people. I don't race bait, but I love my people. And I don't think Berlanga deserves anything. I don't think Berlanga is that good. And I hate to say that. Maybe that's wrong. But I don't, bro. I don't. I just think a lot of it was hype. And the first time I'm gonna go to Munguia in a second. I'll tell you why. But I think the moment he ran into somebody that was able to block a punch and had some sort of defense awareness, we saw what type of fighter Berlanga is. Munguia, yes, he's had a lot of fights and he's undefeated. But you see how he fights. I just think him and Berlanga is tailor-made, bro, for Canelo. Just tailor-made. I'm sorry, bro. I don't think they got good defense. I don't. And I would rather see Munguia than Berlanga. Okay, if I had to pick, we were talking about this yesterday too, like with the lesser of two evils. Like the judges had to pick a winner between Shakur and De Los Santos. And I compared it to, it's like voting for two presidential candidates and you think both of them are going to fuck the economy up. Both of them are going to have bad performances, but you just got to go with, you got to pick one. And I think no matter what, they were going to hand the belt to somebody. So they, when I watched the fight over again, I got Shakur winning because just by math alone, just by throwing, but it throws a rift in there with the whole moving backwards. But with Canelo and Munguia, I'd rather, if I had to watch him between him and Berlanga, bro, Munguia. I think they both get smoked. Bro. Both of them have not fought at 168 long enough. And even if they started their career off at 168, I still got Canelo smoking them, bro. The only people at 168 I think that even gives Canelo a fight is Boo Boo, David, and Morrell. That's it. So far. I know there's a lot of young guys coming up. I just think this version of Canelo, bro, is a problem, bro. I think the version we saw against Jamel, the Canelo that doesn't get tired, oh, that's a problem, bro. Tell me what y'all think, but that's a problem. Canelo got very, very underrated defense. After he fought Floyd, and Floyd was picking his ass apart as a young man, his defense got incredibly better. Canelo got very underrated defense. And now that he showed that he could go the whole 12, it's a dangerous man, bro. And he's got the experience, and he's not scared. I don't think he's scared. All this he ducking and dodging. I never agreed with the whole boo boogeyman thing. I never did, but I do think that some fighters are avoided. I do not think that most of the times when a fighter is avoided, I do not think that it's because they're scared though. Okay, I think a lot of times you got people in their ear, like you got handlers, and a lot of them got managers, and not every fighter is like Devin Haney, where he's like his own promoter, And I think that like even Tio, I think Tio still got a manager, doesn't he? Doesn't Tio Pimo still got? I heard Punch talking about it one time. I think Tio Pimo got a manager, and I just think that these guys sometimes talk to these fighters and go, "Hey, listen, this is what we have projected for you. This is what we have," which I don't think is right in boxing, but it's a business. It's a sport, but it's a business. And I think a lot of times when a fighter is avoided, I think it has a lot to do with more of like money and other things. And do I think fighters are avoided because another fighter is nervous? Yeah, that happens. But I just don't think it happens a lot like people say. Because to me, this is their job, bro. It's like clocking in. It's like clocking in. They fight for a living. I mean, if you're scared, bro, if you're scary, you're in the wrong damn sport, bro. You can't be a cop and be scared to and can't be scared of guns and be scared to patrol the streets, bro. You got Andrade winning. I could definitely see it. I'm more aligned with Larry. I think it's gonna be a majority. The way that I'm hoping that this fight plays out, the way that I'm hoping it's gonna be a majority decision. I think it's gonna go to distance. Wouldn't be surprised if someone gets dropped early, maybe early, possibly even later. A knockout? I don't know. I mean, a lot of people saying that they see David stopping Andre, but with his style, I'll tell you what. I will tell you that. I will tell you this. David Benavidez is a problem once he's comfortable. Once he's felt your power and felt your punches, and he's comfortable and starts walking forward, that kid's a problem. The kid's a problem, bro. And I say kid lightly, but he's a problem. Once he starts walking forward, I mean, there hasn't been one opponent yet. Once he starts walking forward, he breaks him apart, breaks him down. So yeah, I guess I could see a knockout, but I think it's gonna be close, man. Canelo was really right when he said some years ago that these guys should just fight each other, but they can't risk losing that. Oh, it kind of pisses me off. Yo, Larry, we were talking about this the other day. And let me ask y'all this since y'all wasn't here. I said, I'm not blaming Floyd, bro. I'm not blaming Floyd, but I think Floyd has a lot to do with that. I think Floyd had a very good impact and negative impact on boxing. A very positive and negative. The positive is he showed how you can make more money than the average fighter. To me, he was the first one that did the whole what do you call it? Like the blood, sweat, and tears, all access 24. HBO boxing used to do it too. I remember even the Tito Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya leading up to that fight. They had a somewhat like a build up, like, like behind the scenes, them hitting the bag or interviews with their pops and shit. But not like Floyd did it. Not like Floyd did it. Floyd did it like you're in his crib and you following him to yoga and through McDonald's drive-through. It was almost like MTV Cribs almost, but like almost like a Jersey Shore type of thing. Like he was the first one to do it like that. Also, Floyd made a killing off of the Latino versus Black, Latino versus Black, Mexican versus Black, or Mexican versus or Black versus Puerto Rican, just Black versus Latino. He made a killing off that. But then he also that 50-0. that 50-0. And that's not his fault, by the way. But a lot of these young kids, especially the ones that get compared to Floyd, like I don't think you should be calling any of these guys Floyd or any of these guys, any like Oscar De La Hoya or the next Roy Jones or the next Tyson. I don't think you should do that with any one of these young fighters. You could say like I see a little bit in them stylistically, but to say he's the next, let them have their own identity, bro. Let them have their own identity. But I think that whole 50-0 messed up a lot of the way these young boys think, bro. They think they're always everything, bro. They really think that, some of them are like, oh, my career is over, bro. It's not. It's not. It's not. Look at Barrios. Look at Barrios. Barrios had some tough losses in a row and then has a great performance against Ugas and now is right back. Right back in the picture, bro. Right back in the picture. Conceição lost to Oscar Valdez, then lost to Shakur Stevenson, and then pulled out a draw. I don't know how y'all feel about that, by the way. Pulled out a draw against Navarrete. But you see what I'm saying? It's not always over. Now, if you get 3 losses in a row, you see what I'm saying? Now we're talking like, okay, bro, you got 3 losses in a row now. Even back-to-back losses. But yeah, bro, if you get a loss, bro, like my mindset is like if I was fighting and I got a loss, my next fight I would make sure that my opponent is not garbage. I don't think any fighter is garbage, but you know what I mean. The competition is not all the way low. I'm testing myself, but also I'm not going to overdo it either. I got to get my bearings back. I got to get my confidence back. And just do that. I mean, and it's better for us. It's better for us as boxing fans, bro. I know y'all sick of this whole Twitter shit back and forth. And, that's why I like 2023. 2023 this year, bro, has made up for a lot of shit, bro. 2023 has made up with a lot of things. We had Tank versus Ryan. We had Spence versus Crawford. We had Inoue versus Fulton. We had David versus Benavidez. We had Tio versus Taylor. We had, we had Jermell versus Canelo. We're getting Andrade versus Boo Boo. We're getting Prograis versus Haney. We had Haney versus Loma. We had great fights this year, bro. Great fights. That's how it should have been. And I guarantee you that if it was like that from the beginning, I think Showtime could have probably had their shit extended. Is what I think. I once they started throwing a pay-per-view every damn month, Ortiz and Ruiz and Helenius and Wilder, I knew something. I'm like, nah, bro, they in the hole. They in the hole. Or they trying to get as much money as they can before the shit ends, before the ship sails. I think everybody saw that, bro. Everybody saw that. But I think if they just kept it like that, bro, boxing is so much. We have so much talent in boxing, bro. It could be way more exciting than it is if we just had every year like 2023. It does mean, no, Iceman, it means something, right? But let me ask you a question, Iceman. Okay, okay. Your O means something. Of course it does, right? Your O means something. I'm not saying it doesn't, bro. Every fight means something. But are you going to let your O prevent you from taking chances? Because that's the point I think we're all getting at here. That's the point that Larry made and I made. They care about the O so much, they question themselves sometimes. It's like, I don't want to fight this guy. Possibly I could lose my O. And they play it safe. They play it safe because they don't want to get that. And you notice when a fighter gets a loss, usually now he don't give a fuck. You ever see that? He gets that one loss. Now he's like, I fight anybody. I fight anybody. Once you get that first loss, it's like, man, I already got a loss, bro. Then you're ready to fight everybody. I just feel like protecting your O causes you to be safe. When I don't know. Maybe not with every fighter. Lots of great fighters don't have an O. Right. Teofimo, Loma, Matias, Canelo, Golovkin, AJ. By the way, Matias is Matias, bro. Matias is a problem at 140. Yeah. He's taking chances with, but you know what? I don't think it affects everybody the same, Iceman. But let me ask you a question. Do you think Devin Haney's O, Shakur Stevenson's O, Tank Davis's O, and even Ryan's O prior to fighting Tank affected them making fights with each other? I think it did. I don't know how much it had, but I think it did. They're young. They're young. They look at social media, and I think that's a big part of it. They see did you see what a couple of fighters said? I saw in an interview, one fighter, you know what he said? And he made a lot of sense. He said, I forgot who said it. Was it Erickson Lubin? He said, you see how they treat you when you lose? You go out there and you go out there and you take your chance, right? And you lose, and look at how social media treats you. And then they wonder why these young kids would want to protect their O. I forgot which fighter said that, but it made so much sense. Because these young fighters are always on social media. They got a lot of pride and they're young still, and they're worried about how their appearance and how their reputation is. And they worry about that so much that O sometimes prevents them from taking a chance. And he was like, bro, but then when they do it, look how y'all treat them when they lose. Y'all start saying he was never that good and da. So, but that's part, on the flip side, that's part of you being a fighter, though. Come on now. That's part of you being a fighter. Any sport. Doesn't even have to be combat sport. You know damn well the person you're playing against or fighting against has fans. So you know damn well you're going to get negativity thrown your way, bro. So I just the whole 50-0 Floyd thing, I think affected a lot of these young fighters, man. But he did a lot of good, though, to the sport, because he showed that you can make a lot of money. Man, he made a... Listen, Tank followed that blueprint with the Black Latino thing, bro. You can't say he didn't. You can't say he didn't. Yeah, I think a lot of it had, because a lot of people watched Floyd. A lot of people watched Floyd particularly just to see him lose. I don't know how many people I've heard say that. Shit, one of my closest friends says all the time he only watched Floyd because he wanted to see him lose, which means he paid for the pay-per-view. But that's the media, though. And but that's the media, though, in social media. If fighters are too obsessed with social media, then they should probably become TikTokers or pro wrestlers like Shakira Twitterson. Yeah, but they're young, Larry. They're you know what I mean? And it's also like I compare it to like it's generations, is what I'm saying. Like, remember when, I don't know, when I was a teenager, I listened to hip hop, right? And I remember at our time, we would make fun of the old hip hop, and you would have the old hip hop saying, man, today's hip hop is garbage. It ain't like it was in our days. It ain't like it wasn't. And then now you see these young kids rapping, and now you got the rappers from that era like, shit, it ain't like it was in our days. It's the same exact shit, bro. And I think that's how it is with this whole social media thing, bro. I really do, Larry. I think that's how it is, bro. It's just, it's a social media world we live in, bro. We live in a world full of technology, bro. It's thrown at you. I mean, shit, it's getting to a point. Listen, bro, the grocery store next to me is nearly this close to not taking cash anymore. All the registers, first of all, 90% of the registers are now do it yourself. And there's a little thing on top. It'll say debit or cash, right? Well, it went from every single one of them saying debit and cash to now only 2. So slowly, it's just, everything is technology. So, I mean, these kids on social media, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you look at fighters like Canelo. I don't think any of that bothers him, bro. Canelo, that should just go like that, bro. He got a net worth of $200 million. He golfing. I know that. Oh, hell no. Man. Being from the East Coast, it ain't the same, bro. It ain't the same. It ain't even the same. Well, you know what, BX? It ain't even the same sport anymore. You know how, like, it's like saying football ain't football no more, right? It's sort of like they playing a whole different type of sport now. It's not the same. some of these fighters are shoved down to people's throats about how great they are, even without remotely proving themselves. So of course people will respond with negativity once the hype bubble bursts. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I don't know if he was here earlier. That's how I started off this live. I started off the live showing you the different fighters that responded to the loss, not the loss, the bad performance of Shakur Stevenson. It was T.O., Rolly, Kambosos, Ryan, Devin, and Frank Martin. And the only one that had anything good to say or didn't trash Shakur was T.O. And that's because T.O. had that loss with Kambosos and understands. And that's how his comment indicated that, like, bruh, this is the sport. Like, this is how it is. Everyone else took a shot at him. And every one of those other guys that took a shot at him is because he said something about them. It's coming up, brother. It's coming up. It's going to be a cashless society very, very soon. Very, very soon. I'm telling you, man, it went from the cash registers by me went from cash and debit to now only 2 of them say cash on there. Every other one, you can't even you can't even check out at that machine unless you got a card, bro. Whether it be a debit card, a credit card, or a food stamp, EBT card, whatever. It better be plastic. Hey, listen, man, I'm gonna head out, man. I went over a little bit longer than I was supposed to. I appreciate y'all. Damn, 2.5 hours. Damn. Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your Sunday, man. And next week, David Benavidez versus Boo Andrade. It's a fight that I am going to be talking about this week. I will be talking about it this week, bro. You have a blessed day. I'm out.